last thing you saw, I finished the dash. It's cool. I like it. It's dope. And then I worked on getting this catch cam put in with these valve covers and everything, and I was trying to get the Corvette to where I could daily drive it and take it to and from school, and that's really it, just until I collected all the parts for the motor swap. That didn't go as well as hoped. It was so before doing all that, like let's see, I did the valve covers, hooked up all this so it wouldn't squirt oil everywhere. I pulled out all my fuel injectors and cleaned them and tested them, and I thought they worked good. I don't know. Before that, the motor was running fine. The motor ran fine, and only problem was all the oil that was coming out, and I don't know, it seemed like it worked pretty good. So I did all that, clean fuel injectors. I took out the EGR valve finally, and yeah. So I put it all back together, and now the motor won't run and idle on its own. So one of the things we tried is we unplugged the mass airflow sensor. When you did that, it would run and idle on its own, which is this right here. So from there, we're like, hey, you know what? Maybe it needs a new mass airflow sensor. I can get one for like 120 bucks. And so I was like, okay, you know what? If that's all it takes, we're gonna do it, swap it out, and then I should be good to go to daily drive it. And then we got it, swapped it out, and still won't idle on its own. So yeah. So I've quit on this one for now. Like, I've quit on this motor. I never planned to keep this motor from day one when I bought this car. I wasn't gonna try to fix this motor and make it run well. And I've now hit the point where I'm like, no, I'm gonna stop throwing money at this motor that I don't care about. And yeah. So now it's just kind of collecting parts for the LS swap. I'm trying to figure out what transmission I'm gonna use, and how I'm gonna mount the motor in, what accessories I need as far as like, do I want to put AC in the car, what am I gonna do about my power steering, how am I gonna rig up the belt for all that. Yeah, so because of this, like I drive about 80 miles a week to work and back, between work and school. Not 80 miles a week, 80 miles a day for the better part of the week. And just because of that, my truck only gets like 16 miles to the gallon, and that was a big reason for why I wanted to get this girl driving on the regular, because it actually gets better gas mileage than the truck. That didn't happen. So without further ado, this is the new daily driver. Her name's Nina. So now that means I got Nina, Tina, Celine, Snipe, and Denise. It's not a perfect car. The outside looks pretty good for the most part. The only thing I don't like, I guess, as far as the outside goes, well, okay, it's got a 1-inch lift on it. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but that space between the tire and the body is pretty thick. Now it does have coilovers and I can lower it, but what's the point? Because I live on a dirt road. Yeah, I live on a dirt road, so having it lifted an inch is okay with me. The other thing is this front bumper doesn't really match the rest of the car, and it's kind of beat up really. And when I got it, it came with this atrocious hood scoop on it. Like, it's disgusting. Here, I'm gonna pull it out and throw it on the car so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, when I bought the car, it had this nasty thing on it. Look at that. Ugh. And it's not functional or nothing. Like, it's just I hate it. So you know anybody that needs a 350Z hood scoop or just wants a hood scoop to throw on whatever, like, we'll send them my number. Because, like, really, you can put this thing on anything. Look, you can even throw it on the Corvette. Look at that. Actually looks better on the Corvette. But no, gross. I don't want it. I don't need it. If anyone wants to buy it, there you go. Woo! Oh, yes, on top of that, I don't think I've made any videos about this thing right here. We got our lift all laid up, or the concrete laid, the posts drilled into the ground and wired up, and after about 4 shots of trying to get this motor fixed, we finally figured out the problem and got her to work. So now I have a lift to work on cars. Today I'm swapping out the rear bearings on the Z because it's got a real bad whine about the time, well, really whenever you drive it. It sounds like it's coming from the rear. We're pretty sure it's the rear bearings. And it does some other weird stuff too, but it's the daily. Like, this isn't the project car until the Corvette's done, and then it'll be the next project car. Right now it's just, as you can see, it's kind of, the inside's worse than the outside. Like, you got the seats are torn up. Shift knob looks pretty nasty. Steering wheel's pretty gross. But I like it. I think this is a fun daily driver. It's a 6-speed, and it gets better gas mileage than the truck. I think right now with all the highway, it averages about 30 miles to the gallon, which, I mean, that's the highest gas mileage car I've ever owned, even though it takes premium. Yep, so that's what's going on. That's the update. That's everything you've missed.
Love games. Do you love me? Are you playing your love games with me? I just wanna know what to do, cause I need your love a lot. Come on now. Do you love me? Are you playing your love games with me? I just wanna know what to do, cause I need your love a lot. Come on now.
Moving too fast, this isn't a race. Baby, back up and lower the pace now. Slow it down and give me some space. Moving too fast, this isn't a race.
Do you love me? Are you playing your love games with me?
Alright, so I thought I was gonna work on the Z in that video, but turned out that I actually wanted to turn that into a how-to video for how to change your hub assemblies. So since I still got some extra time in this video, here's some sick pulls on the road in Mexico.